Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy.
Now we got OVERreaction week 10, and this weekend honestly was the best week of football that we've had all year.
It was alright.
The games at 1 o'clock were just they were amazing. The games at 4 o'clock kind of mid. But the Sunday night game was pretty good. The Raiders and the Jets were hitting out there. And we got to see Antonio Pierce bring that level of defense back to the Raiders.
Go Pierce, go Pierce, go Pierce. Pierce did it. Zach Wilson choked.
Those are some things. Now, this game here, the Broncos and the Bills, the Bills gave this game away.
Sean McDermott.
Out of all the fumbles, all the turnovers, they still had a chance to win. The Broncos missed the kick at the end of the game, and these bastards for the Bills had too many men on the goddamn field.
How?
Are you serious?
God damn it.
You know, it's like you got to be mentally tough. You have to be focused. And a lot of these coaches, I have said since the beginning of the year, situational football is killing these coaches. Josh Allen brought this team back because the Broncos kept giving it away. They kept having some bad play calling. They ran the ball tonight, which I was very shocked. They ran the ball a lot, but down the stretch in the clutch situations, they were running some bad plays. But overall, Sean Payton coached a great game plan tonight. He let Russell Wilson be who Russell Wilson is. The guy who runs around in the pocket, finds somebody, let the ball loose. Russ looked like he was the most happiest he's ever been in a long time.
Since he got cuffed by Sierra.
Running game, Williams again is showing that he's one of the top backs. James Cook had a bad night. He had, I believe, 3 fumbles.
Messed him up. But Allen was worse.
2 got away, and
Allen
one
was worse,
he picked back up and got a long run to set up Josh Allen's run to the corner to get to the end zone and practically win the game because the Broncos kicker choked a couple times tonight.
As always.
We got to see the good, bad. Well, we got to see the good, the bad, and the ugly all in one swoop at the end of the game. Josh Allen continues to have trouble throwing from the pocket. Cook, I blame him for the first fumble and the third fumble, but the second one, Josh Allen didn't give him time to get his arm set.
At all.
He was trying to see the hole and see what was open. If Josh Allen would have waited a couple more seconds, could have gave the ball to him. Cook could have struck for either a first down, maybe 5 to 6 yards, because the hole was opening up. That was on Josh Allen. The other 2 were on him. Now, defensively, the Bills, they did the best they could. They did as good as anybody could say.
They were good for once.
Now,
for once,
the Bills,
they were good for once since Edmonds ain't been there. This is their first game, really. They did.
Yeah, he feels they're not going to make the playoffs. I said the Bengals aren't going to make the playoffs. So right now, both of those teams are in the hunt. They're out the playoff spot. But I did tell you guys that 3 teams from the AFC North will make the playoffs. I just don't know which 3 teams. The teams I picked were the Browns.
It's 3 in the playoffs right now.
Ravens. I said the Browns would win the division. I'm still sticking by it. It still look good. And I got the Ravens making the wild card and hosting, I believe, a home playoff game, or they might be on the road. And I believe the Steelers will be the last team in the North to make it. I just don't feel the Bengals will. The Bengals, they did come back.
Corporate Joe.
Earlier in the game, Joe Burrow was just hot, like hot dog water.
like
C.J.
shit.
Stroud outplayed
Played
him
like shit.
up until the end.
But he
the
came
end,
back.
I
He
felt
was clutch,
like
though.
in that
he was clutch,
game,
though, but he played like shit
is
early.
that with the Bengals. I felt the Bengals got better as the game went on, and the Houston Texans showed their youth. But C.J. Stroud's a baller. Right now, he is the rookie of the year.
It was Ty Day, not him.
Offensively. Tank Dell.
Yep.
Tank Dell did good except the end when he could have caught the ball and could have milked the clock. C.J. Stroud had to force a pass, which the guy undercut it and got that pick, ran it back to the house. It was a lot of bad throws, pick sixes. Lamar Jackson's MVP case has been dead down the stretch. He choked.
Yep. He just can't close,
but
man.
the majority was mainly play calling.
That
the
too.
ball
Play
he
calling
threw,
sucked as well.
He kind of low-balled it a little bit, so it got tipped and it got picked off, and you had a pick six. Like I said, the Browns have the best defense in their division, and it continues to show.
Deshaun Watson
Deshaun Watson had a horrible first 3 quarters, but fourth quarter came and he just turned into the guy from Clemson. Well, the second half, he had a better second half. Excuse me. He struggled the first half. Second half, he came alive and he went, I think, 14 or 15 for like 100 and some yards and a couple touchdowns, I believe, or a touchdown. I can't remember. But he showed you. I told you guys, Deshaun Watson, I love Lamar, but I said it before the season. Deshaun Watson, once he gets his legs up under him and he gets everything together, Deshaun's going to take over. And he is. He's going to take over and he's going to show you that he's the best quarterback in the division.
Yeah, I told that hating ass nigga trade that shit, nigga.
Lamar in the play calling. Todd Monken got to run the ball. You had Mitchell early in the game get a long run, and then he was doing his thing.
True.
You guys are up 31-17. There's no need for you to throw the ball
at all.
You're trying to throw the ball when you could have just ran the ball.
Exactly.
You put Lamar in a bad situation. Lamar was wrong for throwing the pick, which got tipped, but I blame that on Todd Monken at the end. His coaching down the stretch is very questionable.
Very horrible.
He should have ran the ball more. Should have got a quick screen out to Zay Flowers and let him go to work.
I don't know what the hell Monken was thinking.
Something. And he just terrible.
Monken be on that bullshit. With his weak ass play calling down the stretch.
The Browns defense, like I said, showed you their number one. Myles Garrett has just been phenomenal this year.
Beast! Best defensive end in the game. So, Myles Garrett.
Ravens continue to blow leads in the fourth quarter.
Since 2015.
This is not an overreaction. When I told everybody,
up the most
they have blown the most fourth quarter leads and given up the most fourth quarter points since 2015.
Facts.
So this is a John Harbaugh issue. Why is your team choking down the stretch?
Why?
Why are you guys throwing the ball when you have a two touchdown lead? You could have ran the ball. Your defense was doing a hell of a job.
Were they though?
They held Deshaun first half, most of third, but under 6-7 minutes. That's when Deshaun got cooking.
Cooked their ass. Put them in the pot and burnt their
So
ass.
I blame that on the coaching staff. And the defense for
the coaching staff,
not holding their water. Now,
Lamar Jackson.
The early game with
the
let's see.
Man.
Now the early game with
Patriots and the damn Colts.
All right, the Colts and the Patriots were mainly a defensive game. Both offenses were terrible. Jonathan Taylor got some good runs. Michael Pittman Jr.
JT, baby.
He's looking like he's a top 15, top 12 receiver in the league.
He's gonna be a dog one day.
I give him by next year. We can start talking about him in the top 10.
I agree.
He played phenomenal. The Patriots defense again. Like I said, Bill Belichick is an all-time great as far as a defensive coordinator, but as a head coach, I mean, he's terrible. His talent continues to struggle.
Brady.
Offensively, they should have been moved on from Mac Jones. Mac Jones just ain't it.
Whack
you
Jones?
threw Zappy in at the end of the
Jones?
game, which to me was stupid because he didn't have a rhythm and you just threw him in just to throw him in because it was like, well, look, you guys keep talking about Zappy here. Like, it's like you threw it out of there just to spite the analysts and the fans and people like myself who have been criticizing you that you should have went with Zappy over Mac Jones, which I still believe you should have.
Yep.
The Colts, Anthony Richardson got hurt because he wanted to play bully ball and he's on the wrong level to do that. You gotta leave that shit in college. But Jonathan Taylor, I blame Irsay and the management. If they would have gotten Jonathan Taylor signed early in the year and Richardson still would have been healthy, and this team would have been the top team in the South. But I think they're gonna finish third.
Yep.
The Texans, to me, look better than them defensively. Will Anderson Jr. is a monster off that edge.
Yes, he is.
You know, and C.J. Stroud is, like I said, Rookie of the Year.
Yes,
He's making all the throws. Now, down the stretch, he just has to gain experience. Once he gains experience, it's going to be tough.
Yep.
It's going to be tough to deal with.
Yep.
But the Patriots got to move on from Wack Jones. I mean,
yes, they do.
How many more coordinators you're going to go through before you understand? He's just not that guy. Now, the Panthers and the Bears, Panthers, it's not Bryce Young's fault.
It's not.
You guys have got to stop calling people a bust after one goddamn season. Who does he have to throw the damn ball to?
Who does he?
All he has is Adam Thielen, and he's done.
Exactly.
Miles Sanders is a shell of himself as well, and they're not even using him correctly.
They not.
Miles Sanders is more of a third down back or a back or a receiving back. You don't give him the ball up the A and B gap and expect him to do something. Why do you think the Eagles let him go? Because they got DeAndre Swift.
Yep.
Swift can run up the middle.
Yep.
But lately it looked like they forgot they got Swift.
Yep.
But that's another issue. They have a bye week. But look, listen, Panthers just need to let them keep playing, let them gain experience, get your ass whooped the rest of the year.
Yep.
Try to make a trade to get some picks. You're not going to get your first. I think you got rid of your first and second. So just get as many picks as you can. Move around the draft so you can keep gathering picks and build you some depth. And in free agency, go get you T. Higgins or whoever at receiver. Who's that guy?
Man,
or try to trade for Devontae Adams.
Facts. I would do that.
I'm just saying.
Yep.
But Devontae might not want to leave now that they got a real coach. So
yeah, I agree.
You know, that's all I'm saying.
I wouldn't leave.
49ers and Jags. The Jaguars proved once again.
Stomp the mud hole in their
They're just not ready.
Stomp the mud hole in
1 week
their
the Jaguars look like the team that's ready to take the next step.
That butt arm is BB Purdy.
And then they just look like, who the hell are these guys? Like, where did they come from? You know, it's just ridiculous how they're playing. And Trevor Lawrence is playing like straight ass.
Ass what time?
Like, he's been bad.
Trey Lawrence.
The past 3-4 weeks.
Yes, garbage.
The defense for the Niners carried this game. They got interceptions, forced fumbles.
Shout out to Steve
they had some
Wilkes
pick
after being
sixes.
blamed for no reason.
They had to chase Young. Listen,
they don't want to blame
the Niners are going to have to do it like the
Kyle
Baltimore Ravens. Purdy got to play like Trent Dilfer.
Facts.
Control and manage the game. Don't do too much.
Please do.
Do like Eli and Trent Dilfer or Flacco. Don't do too much. Just get the ball to your playmakers. Move the hell out the way.
Facts.
But offensively, Steve Wilkes has not been the problem. It's been Kyle Shanahan's offense being straight bullshit. And I'm tired of you YouTubers and you fans and you media people always blaming the brother for all the bullshit when y'all don't blame none of these white boys.
None.
Kyle Shanahan has been trash.
Yes, he has.
I'm not even putting it on Purdy because I know what Purdy is.
Yeah, that
Kyle
boy
Shanahan,
Purdy.
He knows who Purdy is, but he's trying to make Purdy something that he's not. Purdy is a guy who cannot win you the game. He can manage the game. You can win in spite of his game managing, but he can't just bring you back to win the game. He's not Tom Brady.
Not with that super soaker
he's
arm
Brock Purdy.
That BB gun super
he's a Jimmy G. That's all he is.
Jimmy G.
Now,
Jimmy G.
the Jaguars, I don't know what they got to do. They got to do some soul searching, but I think them missing Zay Jones. Zay Jones helps keep the pressure off Ridley and Christian Kirk because he can stretch the field.
Yep.
And when you don't have him along with those receivers, they're really trash. And then they didn't even try to get the running game going with ETN. It was like, what are you doing? They was just throwing, and they'll give it to ETN trying to in the shotgun. We've got to get out of this shotgun. We got to run I formation or single back. We got to learn how to do that.
Please,
you know,
dude.
it's just getting ridiculous.
It's getting horrible.
It's getting ridiculous and everything. You know, it's getting ridiculous. It's just getting tiresome.
It is, dog.
Like,
really
are
is.
we ever going to go back to regular football or no?
Nope.
Or no, we can't do that.
Nope. Not at all.
You know, we can't do that, right?
Not at all. Not
You know,
at
we can't
all.
do that. We can't go back to real football,
Playing
right?
football, man. Facts. Can't
Right.
do that shit no more.
We
All
can't go
these
back to
dudes
real
is
football,
soft, fugazi.
actually
They wanna
running
get
the
rid
ball
of
how we
running
need
back
to run it.
position. It's crazy. They want to glorify these damn
You know, it's just
quarterbacks.
ridiculous.
When they've been trashed this
It's getting
year,
ridiculous. You know, ridiculous.
Man. Facts.
It's like, what are we doing?
Redonkulous. Redonkulous,
You know,
man.
we gotta
Trash.
understand one thing.
What's that?
We've got to
Gotta get some
We've got
balls.
to,
They need to get some balls because they ain't got none. It's
we've
in
gotta
their
get
girl
back
and they
to
white
regular
purse because
football.
they soft.
You know what I'm saying? We got to get back to regular football.
Please, smash
We
mouth
got to
football.
get back to the way the game is.
See,
You know, the way the game is, the way the game is played.
see.
You
That's
know,
the
we
way it
need to get back to that.
We do, man. I formation,
You know, I think
back.
if we can get back to that,
We gotta be
I
on
think
the
a lot
center.
more teams would be better. We need to bring the fullback back. We got to bring the real linebackers back. It's just atrocious on both sides.
Yeah,
Now,
it's
we
bad.
did get some great games. Like I said, the Ravens and Browns were good.
For once.
The Colts and the Patriots, even though it was a low-scoring game, it was pretty good because guys were knocking each other out.
Yep, they let them play. If
You
you
know
let
what I'm
them play,
saying? They
it'll be
were
a better
going
game.
after each other. They were running guys over.
Yep. Facts.
Like I said, the Bears,
Trash.
they got to make a choice.
Trash.
Like,
Trash.
if y'all going to
Trash.
go with this white boy, go with him.
The great
But if I was
Whitehall
you,
Badger.
I would go get another
great
quarterback. I would go get the
Whitehall
quarterback
Badger.
I want, that I like, trade Justin Fields, and
See.
go from there. Because
See.
you guys aren't going to use Justin Fields.
At all.
Justin Fields needs to be put in the offense where you got to reconstruct the whole offense. You got to go back to wishbone, I formation, have
Yep.
him running this and that.
Yep.
He got to run to his side and throw the ball.
Yep.
He's not a pocket guy.
Nope.
You know, and he continues to show you that he's not.
Yep.
But you guys keep trying to make him something that he isn't.
Yes, y'all are.
And it's just getting
Yes, y'all are.
frustrating watching it. Now, the
Past
white boy,
frustrating.
Baggant,
Whatever
he got to
his name
learn
is,
how
he
to not
trash.
stare down receivers. But as far as managing the game, he was okay.
Yeah, about a
He stares
C
down the
minus.
receivers too much. And he throws a lot off his back foot, which is going to get it picked off a lot. I think it did get picked off in the game.
I think so.
But also,
think
they
so.
ran the ball well. Foreman, that's who the Panthers should have kept.
Yeah.
Panthers should have kept Foreman. If they would have had Foreman this year with
Oh,
Miles
they'd have been
Sanders,
dogging
that would have
cats
helped
out,
Bryce
man.
Young
Him
out
and
a
Bryce
lot.
would've been
Bryce
killing
Young really didn't play that bad.
Nope.
Bryce Young did the best he can with nothing. So I don't understand why everybody is so gun-ho on you know,
they
saying that they're
idiots.
trash. I just don't understand it.
Because they
you know.
idiots. Goddamn Bears. Goddamn
Just don't understand it, but we'll
Panthers,
see.
Idiots.
You know, we'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna have a long
We'll see
time
with
waiting
the
to see. You know, they stupid. They could have had Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes.
We'll
They
see what,
settled down for Trubisky, then now Fields. Man,
what
Bears are
continues.
dumb as hell. But I can't say they dumb. We dumb too, because we got Baker.
You know, because it's just been situational football
Horribly
has been the problem.
Yep.
For everybody.
Yep.
Not just this coach, not just that coach. It's just been bad all the way around.
Facts. It's just been terrible.
You know, I think
terrible. Man, I just think that, man, they need to get rid of Thursday night football. Because it's terrible.
We just have to...
Or make it rivalry week.
We just have to get to a point where we call the game better from both sides of it.
We do. We got to.
And I think it'll be better.
Facts.
But the Bears, they got to make a decision. If you're going to move on from Fields, you got to move on from Fields. If you're going to build around this guy, build around him. But I think you guys ought to go for a quarterback. I don't think he's that good. You might can work with him, but I don't know.
No, y'all can't. He is ass wata.
Like I said, the Colts, if they could have kept, if they would have signed Jonathan Taylor sooner, I think they could have been the best team, if not second best in the South. They still could mess around and win it because the Jaguars are playing so up and down.
So dumb.
Colts and the Texans could sneak in.
Yep.
Like for real.
Facts.
Patriots need to move on. Just take an L.
They do.
Bench Mac Jones. Go with Zappy. See what you got in Zappy. See if he could be somebody you can trust in the future. If not, go get another guy.
Right.
You know, just go do that. Like I said, 49ers, the defense saved them that game, carried them.
Yeah,
carried them that
Shanahan
game.
ain't
If they
doing
just
shit.
continue doing what they're doing, Purdy game managing and the defense playing lights out, I mean, they could win the whole thing.
Yep.
But it comes down to Kyle Shanahan. Can he close?
Yep.
Texans, like I said, they're young, but they're dangerous. They just got to gain experience, and I think maybe in a year, maybe two, they could be in the Super Bowl or playing for one or fighting to play in one.
Yep. Yep.
Who else was it? Talked about the Ravens and Browns. Ravens got to close. If the Ravens can close, they would win it all, but they don't know how to. It's like the Ravens can't close, but the Browns, they could come back. Like if they're down, they're a great second half team. The Browns have been a real good second half team this year. The Ravens have been great early on, but they just don't put it together to close the games out.
They don't.
And I just don't know why. The Raiders, they're back with Antonio Pierce. Like I said, they're gritty. They playing old school football. They're giving the ball to Jacobs. They're giving the ball to Adams. They're punching you in the mouth. They got a quarterback in O'Connell. I told you guys in preseason, if they would have started O'Connell, the Raiders would be giving everybody problems. So if I'm the Chargers and the Broncos, even though the Broncos won, I'll be very afraid of the Raiders. The Raiders can mess around and make a push for that wild card. And the Broncos and Bills, like I said, the Bills have been terrible. Sean McDermott needs to be fired. Situational football, him and his coordinators are failing. Even at the end, they came back after they basically gave the game to the Broncos. The Broncos did the best they could. They just not talented.
Right.
But Russell Wilson played his best game of the season. Seriously, he outdueled Allen. And at the end, they missed a field goal, but the Bills, mental mistakes. This is what's been hurting them the past 3 years is mental mistakes and clutchness, situational football.
Right.
And it continues to hurt them.
Facts.
That's why they lost. The Bills are probably one of the most underachieving teams we've seen in a long time.
Facts. They are very underachieving.
Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys do love what you hear, you can donate to the page by going to the description box, hitting that link to my Cash App to donate whatever your heart's desire. And you guys not only can do that, you guys can also find me on Zelle. There's a number in the description box. Use that number to find my account on Zelle, and you could donate whenever you like.
Facts.
You guys can also super chat when we go live or premiere. You also can leave a super thanks after the videos come to its fruition.
True.
So shout out to Carcino for Life, One Crack News, Screen Fiend. He has a membership on Screen Fiend. Make sure you sign up to it. He has a membership on Patreon. I keep saying I'm gonna get back on, but I'll get back on soon. I got a lot of stuff I gotta take care of. Shout out to Scrub Zero. Make sure you go there. Flawless Victory. Make sure you go check out Leaf Diggy. Leaf Diggy is killing it with the NBA. And he representing them Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn in the house, and without a doubt, he's there. Shout out to Mac Mizzle's show. Mac Mizzle talks about the rap game, current events, other things. Very good page. Make sure you support my brother. Kingdom Cast with C-Pen. If you want to see them Kansas City cheeks, then you can go over there and check them out. They have a great panel over there. They do their thing. Check out my brother Lobo, L0B0 bitch. My Virgo brother, man. He doing his thing. The conspiracies, he breaks those down. And he also talks about the rigged NFL and football. So make sure you guys check him out. He's killing it right now. I got to go check his page out. Shout out to Jeff Bone, the Bonehead, funniest dude I know on Facebook. Shout out to my boy Who Did It This Time. Who Did It This Time, got to call you, man. I keep putting it off. But Who Did It This Time is killing it with his page. And he talks about a lot of inspirational things. Make sure you guys check him out. He breaks down the truth and the lies and the deceit and what the entertainers of the world is talking about. Let's see. Who else we got? MDT Sports, my youngin'. He loved them Ravens. He's doing his thing. Shout out to XDN Sports. He talks about the game as well. Very good channel. Both of them brothers doing their thing. Shout out to Buttzilla. He got all the highlights from the Kobe to the Jordan days, the Magic, the Isaiah, all of that. He got all of that stuff up. Who else am I missing? I think that's it. One True Emperor, man. One True be playing the video games. He be killing it. Also check out Bear Theater. He be killing it in the games as well. So thank you guys for your love and blessings. We are out. Deezy.